I'm going to show you how to work with a document on Google Drive. Now it's going to start with you getting an email sharing a link with you to a document on Google Drive. And it looks like this. I've shared an item with you, and then here's a link to the title of the item. I'll simply click that out of my email folder, and I'll get taken to the actual file. Note, depending on the settings of your computer, you might get taken to a preview window. In that case, just hit open to get taken to this spot. The other thing is that you may have to actually open the Google Docs function. What that means is you go up to File, and under Open, if you see something that indicates Open with Google Docs, click that. Once you've landed in the right spot, you should get taken to a document that you can edit, like this. And it looks a lot like a word processor because essentially it is that. It's a stripped down word processor that's in the cloud. The important thing to understand is that all edits to the document happen to the exact same document. That is, there aren't multiple versions floating around like an email attachment. Any change that I make to this document is seen by everyone else with access to it. All I have to do is add any information I want. Here we will examine ... I don't even have to hit the save button. The information I added is saved as soon as I hit the keystroke. If I kick the power cord out of the wall to my computer, it's still there because it's saved in the cloud. It's saved on a server. And anyone else that gets there will find it. In fact, I'll find it if I get there with a different computer. So if you want to make changes to a document, just start making the changes. The other thing you can do is add comments. To add a comment, all you do is you go up to this Insert Comment feature. Now you see a comment box. And of course I add comments if I don't want to change the document, but I'd rather make a comment to the other people who are working on the document. So why are we doing this? Or something like that. Now anyone else who shows up will see that. Again, I can scroll through the document, highlight sections, and make a comment, and now my comment will apply to the entire area that's highlighted as soon as someone clicks it. When someone clicks here, it'll show the highlighted area. Note, if I'm somebody else, then I can reply to the comment. This is because, and it's a reply. I can edit my own comment. I can delete my own comment. If you're the owner of the document, you can click Resolve. That actually makes it go away. Now, there are a few functions you may want to perform on the document outside of Google Drive. If I go to File, note that I can download it. Download as a Word document, PDF, and so on and so forth. I can also email collaborators. So if I click here, all the other people who have had this document shared with them show up. Now I can type a message to them. This is a good idea. Essentially, you're doing the same thing as providing a comment. The comment just gets to them right away because it comes into their email box. The other thing I can do is see the revision history. Again, I'll go to File. I'll click See Revision History. You notice on the right-hand side, all the changes that have been made show up. So this is the last revision, and I can see who made the changes. They're actually color-coded. Here again, you can see more changes. And all the various names of people who made them will show up here. The other thing is that you should get a Google account. Now, getting a Google account is a good idea no matter what because it gives you access to a myriad of different Google resources. Google Calendar, Maps, and all sorts of resources. It also allows you to get into any Google Doc that's been shared with you. Now, depending on how it's been shared, you may not need a Google account to reach a doc. That depends on how the person who set up the doc is sharing it. They can share it in a way that you don't need a Google account. But if you have a Google account, then the share settings aren't a problem. You'll never be blocked by them. And this takes all of 30 seconds to set up. The other thing is that having a Google account is different from having a Gmail account. You can set up a Google account and simply use your own email. You don't have to use Gmail. And one of the reasons that you might associate, say, a business email address or whatever email address you tend to use with your Google account is that when a document gets shared with you and you click on it out of your email, Google will know immediately who you are. Note, it says John Orlando because Google has identified me. Because I'm using an email address to log in that's identified with my Google account. If not, it would just say anonymous. So it gives people a way of knowing that you're the person who made different comments. The other thing is it allows you to save your documents to a Drive directory. If we go over to this icon on the left and open Google Drive, this is a function that comes when I get my Google account, which of course is free. These are all the documents that have either been shared with me or I've created. They're all listed there. And I can create folders and put documents into folders, including documents that have been shared with me. Now when I go to find a document that's been shared with me, I can just look it up on Drive. If you don't do this, then you're just going to have to bookmark the actual link of the document that gets shared to you, either on your browser, on Diigo, or something like that. And after a few documents have been shared with you, you're going to have a lot of different bookmarks floating around. The easier way to do it is to simply get a Google account and you'll have a Drive directory right here. Every document that you create or is shared with you just shows up in your directory. All you have to do is come here and you'll find the document. You don't have to go hunting for the link. So that should be all you need to know to work with Google Docs. Thanks.